backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Regular. Watch.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 39-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alert!
To throw, Mayfield. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, 133. Check, 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 check. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry, hurry.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense.
Check 180. Mike 57. Check Mike, check Mike. I got it.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Push him back.
Here's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. They will find Davis. That's complete. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. These two teams all tied after one.
Set, 180. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 36, 36.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seibert on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 2nd down, Swift. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. 53 is the mark. All day, baby. All day. All day. Here we go. Kill. All right.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Now Chubb running right. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here we go. Up, Johnson. 31. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Hurry.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, Alpha!
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long, and he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
53, Mike. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. One take, Bill. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
55. Mike, 53, Mike. Check 37, check 37.
down with Jackson. He's got his man. That's Hardman. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And Jackson throwing once more. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Jackson now. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tie that left, tie that left. Go down, go down. Deuce. Check 24, check 24.
Mayfield now being chased out left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the... Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Swift. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Landry now on the return. Landry brushes him off. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10.
20. Let's go.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He'd had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. And again, it's Chubb. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 36 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They go play action with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
Second and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a third and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 78 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 22, Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Landry. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
The first down run with Chubb is going to go nowhere. He's, in fact, going to lose a couple. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend the lead out to 24. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, his 2nd sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They go again with Muhammad. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Seibert's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down again. Khalil Mack bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
53.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson forced out to his left. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Bullet high. Check 25. Check 25. Run. Twist. Sponge.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
He can run for it, and he will. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Ravens' 25-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Cleveland, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday